Hey there! Welcome back to another episode of New Beginnings. Today we're going to be doing some more blood magic. I think today's goal will be the sigils, some of the sigils I would like to mess around with. I think the sigil of air is the main one I would like to go with today, and finishing the altar up so we have all of the tiers. Before we get into anything though, I would like to remind you or tell you that I am going to do a Q&A along with a world tour for episode 50 of BerlinRiver. So if there is anything you would like to ask me, head over to the BerlinRiver video. There is a link in the description, and go ahead and ask me some questions. And I believe the limit for the questions is about 3 questions. So let's get into the actual episode. So today we're going to do Psy, and Psy, well, not for the entire episode. As I said last episode, we're going to start off the episode with Psy, then go on to the entire thing when I show the answer to the first tutorial. So we have Psy, and today's trick is the infusion trick, and that's pretty simple. We throw down some gold, take our gun. Oops. I had the wrong spell selected. That was completely my fault. So we take our spell, which again, let me just show you, is the selector is us, and the trick is infusion, because we are infusing gold to make Psy metal today. So we're going to select our infusion bullet and fire. And there we go. That's how you make infused metal, the Psy metal ingots. And we need some Psy metal diamonds. Now I don't know if that is actually possible right now, so let's throw down 1 or 2 and see. No. Okay, so that comes later on, but for right now we made some Psy metal, and we might be able to upgrade our gun if we are able to, and if we don't need the metal. So let's see, we have the basic CAD core. That one is that. That's that. Hyperclocked. Okay, so we can go up to the glowstone dust here, and sort of the same. So large CAD socket, conductive CAD socket, extended CAD battery, and that's sort of that. We're going to wait on guns, and we have to wait until we can fuse diamonds for the exosuit. So that's that for Psy today. And if you like to see it again, it is the selector, is the caster, and the trick connecting to it. You do not need to actually connect them. They connect automatically. The trick is infusion, and that is how we get Psy metal. Okay, so the first step to the air sigil is to get the alchemy array, which is a reinforced slate, and a reinforced slate is in a tier 2. We already have some reinforced slates, so that's not a big deal, and an air regiment, which also isn't a big deal. So the air sigil is actually pretty easy to get. You know, it's a very sort of basic one. I think yeah, some of these take a whole lot more to actually get into them. I wanted to look at this teleposition sigil, and that looks interesting, but that requires a whole lot of stuff. That requires an ender pearl and mana and a bigger tier. So I made a bunch of blank runes off camera and set up the, I think, proper size of a altar, so we can just easily upgrade it and be on our way. Now I'm probably going to need to make more blank runes because we definitely don't have enough for down here, but that should have at least bumped us up to tier 4. It should be recognizing it. Is it not recognizing it? Tier 4? Tier 4? Oh, right. Okay, hold on. I know what we did wrong. Let's go back to @blood magic. We need to make some of these large bloodstone bricks, I believe. I have seen them around, and we need to make these large bloodstone bricks, which means a weak blood shard. Now, how do we get a weak blood shard? It isn't showing me a recipe. Why isn't it showing me a recipe? Okay, yeah, it is not showing me a recipe. I'm trying to click on what I think would give me the recipe, but it is not. So, it looks like I might have to go back for a second and double check my facts. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to go back for a second and double check my facts on how to upgrade the altar one more time. Okay, so pretty much I figured it out. We actually need this bound blade, which is made with the binding regiment and a diamond sword. So if we throw in our diamond sword and wait, we should get the bound blade once all the lightning is up and over. Then we need to take it over to the mob farm and start killing some mobs in hopes that one of them will drop a blood shard. Once one of them drops a blood shard, the FTB wiki actually says they can be duplicated using a master blood orb, a weak blood shard, and an imbued slate. So here's hoping that that is actually true, but let's take it over to the whatchamacallit, the mob farm for right now, and let's see if we can get anything. Now, like, it seems that it stopped picking up everything, and I seem to be getting a lot of lag here. Mainly because like 8 mobs just fell. There's probably a lot of mobs in this area, but it also seems like it is no longer picking up the drops. So we're going to have to sort of relocate here if we probably want more max efficiency. But all we need to do for right now is do a little bit of pillaring up here, and then break in, do a little bit of break in, and hopefully place these there well enough to get a whole bunch of mobs there and start whacking away. Hopefully none of them explode. That would be terrible. That would be terrible, wouldn't it? Yeah, that would be terrible. Wow, geez, boy, that would really be bad. I really wonder what would happen if it had exploded. I don't think it would be anything bad, you know. Nothing bad really ever happens to us. So I think, you know, if it exploded, we wouldn't really be in a whole lot of trouble here. I think we'd be pretty safe. Don't you? I think we'd be really safe. I think we'd be extremely safe. Like, I don't think if it exploded that we'd really have any problems at all. That hurt me. All of my drops. All of my lovely, lovely drops, they're gone. And it's all your fault, you stupid spider. Okay, 1 second. Time to clean up crew this, and then be right back. Okay, everything all good over there is fixed, and while cleaning up, some of them did drop a weak blood shard, so all we need to do is take a weak blood shard and a piece of stone, and we get ourselves some large bloodstone bricks. So then all we need to do is hop and a pop up here on each corner, hop and a pop a block up there, and then we should have ourselves a tier 4 altar? Boom. Tier 4! Yes, good us. So then the last tier, down here, I believe there's a block here and runes that go all the way around, but those blocks right here are beacons, and that is a long way away because we need to fight withers for that, and we don't have a suitable area to fight withers, and I don't think I am geared enough to actually fight some withers. So now we want to go and try and get the air sigil. So let's just search up sigil in case we want to do the other sigils. So the air sigil is a air regiment in an arcane ashes with the reinforced slate, and the air one is a gas tier and 2 feathers. Is there an easier way to get a gas tier than going into the thing? Blood infuser. Okay, so no, not really. Maybe I have one over here, but if not, it seems like I'm gonna have to go do some ghast hunting. But other than that, it shouldn't be that hard. We have a lot of feathers from the chickens somewhere in here. And, oh, we do have a ghast here. Okay, that makes our lives a whole lot easier. In fact, we can just do it over here. So that, and then we wanted this and these for... Wait, hold on. Did I do that wrong? Oh, in the Hellfire Forge. Okay, yep, I did that wrong. No worries, no problemo. Just did that wrong. Just a little bit of a mistake on my part. Did not see the Hellfire Forge part. I thought it was just another normal crafting recipe. I should have thought better. It's blood magic. Everything uses the Hellfire Forge. So let's just throw those in with our Taric gem. And it will use away. Wait. Did the will just go up? Why is the will going up? Will quantity. Why is it going up? Whoa. Why is it going up? Oh my god, we have a full gem. We have a completely full gem. Oh my god, this is going to help us so much. Oh, jeez. Okay, full gem. So, air regiment, and then the reinforced slate. That starts spinning around and around and around, and then we can get our air sigil. Now, I don't know what sigil I want to go after next. I don't know about this Phantom Bridge one. It's soul sand, which we have, obsidian, and stone, which is very easy. Okay, so air sigil. Okay, so that used a little bit of that, and I'm pretty sure that used a little bit of... Okay, yeah, it uses a tiny bit of blood in our system, but now we have pretty much flight, and that's very, very nice. I can use this a lot. It'll be a lot nicer to get away and do things now. So get a nice soft landing. So there we go, air sigil. Now I want to try some of these other ones. I want to try this phantom bridge one. Now I feel like that might be a little bit more interesting for if we want some new islands around us. Okay, so next up is this Phantom Bridge, which we have the bridge regiment. So let's place down our ashes, our regiment, which is apparently a work in progress texture, and then the demonic slate on it. We will wait a second, and then we can cast it and see what it does. Now, I have a feeling it's just going to make a small bridge, temporary bridge for us to go and use, but I might be wrong, so let's try and go boom. Oh, okay, so if we have blood, we have the ability to make a bridge, and if we deactivate it, the bridge goes away. Okay, so how much blood does that use? We have 15,575. Let's activate it. Let's do a quick walk across, deactivate it, and... Okay, so about 300 LP. That's not that bad. That is actually pretty good. Now, we do have some uses for these other ones. We have a use for the water one, a lava one, although we can go to the nether for lava, and we have the core, or the wand of the sea for water, so we don't really have a use for those, but it would be neat to get them. I don't know what a void sigil does. That might be interesting. Green grove, no clue, probably like a plant activator. Blood lamp, I'm not sure. That looks like a rune of self-sacrifice texture, so that might be what that one is. Elemental affinity, magnetism. Now this one, the magnetism one, might be pretty good. So 2 gold, a block of iron, and some string. We can do that. We can definitely do that, because anything that can be a magnet for us would probably be very helpful on a skyblock. So let's come over here. Let's grab ourselves a string. Let's grab 4 string to make ourselves a piece of wool. Then it was... Wait, it wasn't wool. It was magnetism. A block of iron and 2 gold. So, okay, so we put that back. We need a block of iron and then 2 normal gold ingots, which is no big deal. So 2 of those. Throw away some of those. Let's actually clear up our inventory just a little bit. Let's put away some stuff. Obviously, we have a little bit too many blocks right now. They're not helping us whatsoever for our cause. Because we're not using them right now, obviously. So let's come back over here. Now, hopefully this magnetism one will actually be very helpful. Because on Skyblock, I do tend to lose some things over the edge. Just it doesn't happen a whole lot, but it's rare enough to where, or it happens slightly frequently enough to where it is still something that I need to be wary of. So what kind of slate do we need? We need an imbued slate, so that is just normal stone put into it a couple times, and I already forgot the stone. Okay, so we are all set. Let's grab the magnetism and come over here to our ashes. Magnetism, put the imbued slate down. Once again, just wait a quick second for this to finish up, and then we should have our rune of magnetism, or the sigil of magnetism, sorry. Boom. Then activate it, throw something away. Do we have to hold it? Oh, it increases our range a little bit. I don't know how much, though. Okay, so it's pretty big. It's a pretty big range. That's what I'm thinking here. So maybe no more than 10 blocks, I'm thinking. No more than 10 blocks is how big it goes. And I'm pretty sure it'll drain blood every single time. So if we just throw it away and hold it. Do we need to hold it for it to... Wait, did I activate it? I activated it. Okay, so how much did that use? That didn't use that much. Okay, so it's a very cheap sigil, along with the one for air, which we're going to use again, just because I find it so cool now that we can actually sort of have some sort of flight. I was going to use the Psy stuff, but that didn't turn out so well. That didn't turn out so well, because our flight in Psy just turned out to be this. and that's no good, and we need to save ourselves now. There we go. Well, we saved ourselves, sort of. Okay, so last thing I think I wanted to do for this episode is orb. We want to get the Magician's Blood Orb, which is a golden block, which is no problem. Actually, on a tier 3, on a tier 4 is a weak blood shard. Let's skip that, and let's just get a master one, obviously, because if we can just skip that one, right, we didn't do that one, and we have another weak blood shard in our inventory, let's just do that, actually. Ooh, okay, hold on. Better idea, before we do that, I'm gonna do some more crafting. I really only use the altar when I have the ability to self-sacrifice. Like, that is the whole purpose of it, is self-sacrification. So I don't have to spend a whole lot of time bringing a mob over or setting it up around a mob farm to make it like harder on myself. So what I think I'm going to do is, you guys already saw me craft them. I'm going to change the second ring right here into these runes of self-sacrification. Then we'll be right back to finish up the episode by making a Master Blood Orb. So you already saw me do this. If you would like to go see it, watch the, I believe, first episode we did Blood Magic in, which probably it's titled something like Starting Blood Magic, but let me do that real quickly and I'll be back with you. Okay, so we're ready. I upgraded the second ring, and now it is time for us to take the weak blood shard, dip it into the pool, and sit here for a minute trying to give it enough blood so we don't actually screw up, and it then just takes our blood and runs away. We are going for the orb, the Master's Orb? Yes, the Master's Orb, which is the weak blood shard, which I hope we can succeed in doing. I hope it doesn't eat up all of our blood and make us start over. Like, that is my fear. I don't want to screw up. I don't want to lose all of our blood in the process. Like, I'm trying my best to run back and forth as quickly as I can to keep it topped up with blood, but that might get a little bit cumbersome just because it takes a minute to get... No, that was silly of me. I hate when my mouse accidentally double clicks. Like, it doesn't do it often, and that was probably my fault, but I'm going to blame it on the mouse anyway, because obviously nothing in this world can be my fault. Oh, it finished. I died for nothing! And Bind did it to us. There we go! We have our blood orb, and we have all of our cool bridges. Now, actually, what I'm wondering is if we go like this, and then just Phantom Bridge, we can make a bridge in midair. Oh, this would help if we wanted to make some... Yes, this would very... Oh, never mind. It gives out after a minute. Okay, but that would help if we wanted to make some islands in the air. That would definitely help us very much. Okay, but that's it for this episode. I know we didn't do a whole lot, but we got a whole bunch of sigils, which now we can use and play around with, and I think that's going to be perfect. I think that's going to help us quite a bit. We have the Phantom Bridge, we have the Air Sigil, and we have the Rune of Magnetism, but the Air Sigil probably going to help us the most now that we can sort of fly around and do whatever we want in air, and the Bridge one because it'll help us do stuff in air. But for now, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you in the next video. Remember, if you want to ask me a question, go ahead and go to the BerlinCraft episode and leave your questions there. But I will see you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed. Remember, stay fancy and peace out. Bye-bye.